When should you expand or diversify your home service base industry? Do you have 10 days, 2 weeks, 3 months to talk about this? Because this is a long conversation that depends on your business. But I'm going to make it kind of a quick little overview of some things to think about. The first thing I think about, and this is a topic I hear all the time as I work with a lot of people in home service based business, this topic comes all up all the time. So if you're thinking about this, you are not the first. People look at the biggest players in the industry and they say, man, that biggest player in the industry, they have already diversified. They're huge, and they look, you look up to this business and you're like, I could do that if they could do that, which is true. But here's some things to consider. Number one, in the specific home service you provide, are you currently profitable? Are you currently making money to pay the bills, pay yourself, pay your team members? And if you're currently not profitable in that one specific area of home service, I would not even be considering diversifying right now or expanding. Some people are like, well, I'm currently in residential and I want to expand to commercial, or I'm currently in HVAC and I want to go to plumbing. But if you're not dialed in to financially being viable as a company, I would not consider making that move. So that being said, imagine you are making money, you're being profitable, you have some systems in place for your one specific home service. Then the question is, should I expand out to another service, or should I go from more just from residential to do even more commercial? And there's a mindset part of this. I guess one question is, what do you want? What do you want out of life? What are you doing with your business? Do you have an idea of growing the business to a certain point and you want to sell it and make a certain amount of money? Or do you want to have a great life and have the business run without you? Or do you always want to be working in the business? Like, what are your goals? And this is where it goes deeper than a video can take on whether you should expand or diversify. So think about those questions. Why do you want to expand? What do you want? Is it just about making more money? Is it a part of your exit strategy? Is it going to give you a better life? Why do you want to do that? And will diversifying actually help you do that? Now, from a mindset standpoint, if you choose to expand to a different service, it's not the exact same thing like this, but I would think about it like starting a new business. You have a business. Say you have an HVAC business. Do you want to start an entirely new business in plumbing? Is that something you want to do? Do you want to go through the 2 years of financially putting a lot of money in the business just to make it survive? Do you want to invest that amount into it? Is that worth it for you right now? Do you have a long time play for what that'll do for you? I don't think it's quite that hard to start a new business, because a lot of people, you have a client base, you're already in people's homes, you already have a list, so it's not as hard. But I would have the mindset of, do you want to start another business? I think one of the biggest challenges that people have, a couple of biggest mistakes. One, people think it's going to be easy. Oh, it'll be easy. I already know the clients. I already have that relationship. Listen, I'm not saying it can't be easy for some people, but for most people I work with, it's very difficult. So you have to have the mindset as I'm starting another business. There's going to be a lot of growing pains. It's going to be a pain in the butt for a little bit, but I can make it work. But if you're like, oh, it's going to be easy, I wouldn't consider doing it if you think it is going to be easy. So that is probably the main thing that I would think about. Are you ready to start an entirely different business? The other thing, which is maybe stating the obvious, is there someone else that is an expert in that other service or that other area? I mean, you might be an expert in one thing, but when you go to a different scenario, different situation, you don't know as much as you might think. And so do you have experts? Do you have a team of people that are experts in this? What happens, sometimes if people expand into a different field or a different industry, they're relying their entire business model on one person to expand it out. What happens if that person goes away or chooses not to work for you or chooses to have another different business? So anyway, there's a lot of talk and conversations about what happens when you want to, increase your services or expand, or should you? Because the topic, do you want to have more partners? Would that be something you want to do? Do you want to pay someone a salary to help as you expand out? There's a lot of different conversations, but in general, just to kind of recap, are you financially viable in the position you're in right now? And do you have the right mindset of starting another business and making it happen? And third, why do you want to do that? Do you want to have a big payout at the end? Do you want to have a better life right now? What is the reason for you want to do that? Have those three things in mind, And it might make sense for you to move forward, or it might not.